Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes as we kick off this Tuesday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, with temperatures that aren't too shabby for the early part of the day. We bottomed out mostly in the mid 40s to around 50, although there are still a few cool spots that are down in the 30s. But we're headed for at least a decent start to the day. You'll notice on the satellite loop this morning, skies are mostly clear across eastern Pennsylvania through New Jersey into upstate New York and southern New England, but we do have clouds that are starting to roll in from the west and southwest, and this is in response to low pressure that is moving out of the central plains and will eventually make its way eastward and off the mid-Atlantic coast on Wednesday. And we're already see some blowing up of some higher cloud tops back in parts of the Ohio Valley and points further south. So this is going to be the first of a couple of weather systems that we're going to be dealing this week, and it is going to put us in a rather cool onshore flow as we get into later tonight, Wednesday and Wednesday night. Rain actually is not really all that far away. We're seeing rain into West Virginia this morning, also into Ohio and eastern Kentucky, a little bit of thunderstorm activity going on in eastern North Carolina, and also back up into parts of Arkansas, southwest Arkansas, northeast Texas, as this whole weather system plays out to the east. Severe weather today is going to be confined to a small area in the southeast and into the mid-Atlantic. We've got a marginal to slight risk across the Carolinas, North Georgia, back through Tennessee and into Alabama. Another small area of risk being indicated down through parts of Louisiana and in Texas. And as we move out further to the east, no issues regarding tomorrow with respect to severe weather. And then as we move on into the Thursday into Friday time frame, we start to see new risk develop in parts of Texas and Oklahoma and in the southern plains. And this is going to be in response to a weather system moving east that will be producing some rain here come Friday and set us up with some rather cold weather going into and through this Mother's Day weekend. By the way, from day 4, we have predictability too low with regards to severe weather. That would be for Friday into Saturday, and then potential too low as we move through the weekend and into the first part of next week. So what we're seeing here is just a continuation of the same old story in this rather chilly active pattern that we have been in. Of course, we've just had a couple of days where we have seen temperatures climb up at or above the 70-degree mark. We enjoyed a beautiful day on Sunday, as you remember, where we had temperatures that were well into the 70s. Those kinds of days are going to be few and far between going forward because as each one of these short waves pulls out, the next one follows. And here's the one for tomorrow, upper low that forms in western Pennsylvania, and the whole trough just kind of shifts eastward. And then you'll notice that right behind that, you've got a system coming in off the Pacific Northwest coast, and you also have a system that is diving down from the north, and that's going to set up the weather system for the end of the week. So let's take a look at how the models are playing this. So look for sunshine and arriving clouds for today. Temperatures from northeast Virginia to southern New England are going to be primarily in the 50s to around 60. And of course, we are going to see some rain beginning to increase later today in the parts of Pennsylvania down through Virginia and Maryland. Low pressure there in South Carolina makes its way to the Carolina coast. Rain starts to spread northward tonight into southern and south central Pennsylvania, Maryland, and southern New Jersey. And then during tomorrow, we'll see that rain moving further north as the low starts to move to the northeast. And that ocean wind is going to keep temperatures raw and chilly for tomorrow into tomorrow night. I don't see this producing a lot of rain. It looks like it'll be on the order of a quarter to a half an inch at most. And then as the low starts to pull away, weather conditions should begin to improve on Thursday. And then here comes the next one for Friday, later Friday. This is Friday afternoon, rain to about New York City, down to Washington, D.C., Baltimore. It continues Friday night into early Saturday morning. And then this storm is going to strengthen, and the gradient is going to get pretty tight here as we head into the week, into and through the weekend. And in fact, there'll probably be some snow being enhanced by the Great Lakes across upstate New York, down into northern Pennsylvania, and also some backside snow in parts of Vermont and New Hampshire. Hard to believe that we're talking about this uh, for the second weekend in May, but that's just the pattern we're in. It is going to mean cold temperatures relative to this time of year, and also those gusty winds. So Saturday is going to be a very chilly day. Saturday night into Sunday morning, going to be watching for the possibility that there could be some late freezes in some areas away, I think, from the coast. It'll be more inland than anything else. And then Sunday, Mother's Day, looks like a nice day of sunshine, but it's just going to be breezy and chilly. In fact, may still even be rather windy during the first part of the day, with the temperatures both Saturday and Sunday having a tough time getting out of the 50s. In fact, it's quite possible on Saturday that we may see a lot of areas have a tough time getting out of the upper 40s. And then as we move into next week, we have another weather front moving on through. Doesn't look like it produces very much. So, at least from the standpoint of rain, once we're done with Friday, we might not have too much to deal with rain wise until maybe when we get to the middle part of next week. So, here are your highs for today, mostly upper 50s and low 60s. Where there's more sun, the temperatures will tend to be a bit higher. Where there's less sun and more clouds, as you head down south and west, temperatures are going to be a bit lower. And then for tomorrow, with that onshore flow, these numbers might actually wind up being a little bit too high. I think temperatures tomorrow may only wind up being in the upper 40s to low 50s at best. And then we'll improve on Thursday. So we reflexively will get back into the 60s. And then we'll start the process all over again as we go into Friday with another developing onshore flow. So that means we'll probably see temperatures back down into the 50s. And take a look at Saturday for highs. A lot of areas barely making it back to 50. The warm spots only back to the low 50s with a gusty wind. And then Sunday, Mother's Day, maybe a little bit higher temperatures. Mostly, again, highs only in the 50s. We're almost at the point in the time of the year where temperatures should be reflexively going up to 70 degrees on a daily basis. So this is cold weather and a cold pattern that we're in for this time of year. All right, so everybody have a great day as best you can, given our circumstances. And of course, remember tonight, 7 p.m., the Joe and Joe Weather Show with my colleague Joe Rayo on my YouTube channel, Joe Chaffee, which, by the way, you can watch for free on the free meteorologist Joe Chaffee weather app, which you can download on Google Play or on the App Store. You can also watch it for free on YouTube too, on my channel Joe Chaffee. But the app is makes it a whole lot easier, and you'll get a notification when the live streams or any videos that I do. You get notifications with that and any changes in the forecast. Have a great day, everybody.